Chapter 22. The Invitation. The next day, Olina had a special visitor picking at her window early morning. It was Alfred the owl, with a message for her. She hurried to open the window and greeted her friend. Olina remembered fondly last Christmas, where she had a wonderful experience with Alfred. Olina and Berg had an unforgettable ride in the night on Alfred. How lucky they were, she thought to herself. "Thank you so much for the message, and nice to see you again, Alfred," Olina yelled out the window as the big owl took off in a hurry. She looked at the envelope. It was Bumble's lovely handwriting, and she eagerly opened the wax-sealed letter. It said, "Dear Olina, thank you for helping the trolls to retrieve their precious ceremony drum. They are very grateful, and thus I have a special invitation for you. You will be the first person to join the new clan members' initiation ceremony. Come to my house tonight after dinner, and we will go together through the portal in my library. See you tonight. Take care, Bumble." Olina was absolutely thrilled. How special it was to get this sort of invitation. It wasn't easy to wait that long, but she managed to keep herself busy by helping her mom bake some delicious Christmas cookies. Mom suggested that Olina brought a tin with some of the cookies for the little troll as a present on his special day, and she loved the idea. After baking the cookies, Olina put on some warm clothes and asked her mom if she could spare a few things. She had an idea. In Whispers Forest, there was an old mine no one used, and Olina wanted to go up there and make it as cozy as possible as a surprise for Elif. He'd asked if she knew of a place where he could make a home for himself in Whispers Forest, as he didn't feel he belonged in the dark forest anymore. She had a sleigh packed with stuffs to start a new elf home, and she merrily sang a jolly Christmas tune on the way to the old mine. Soon she had companionship. Cornelius the crow landed on her shoulder and bobbed his head to the song, and some wood fairies landed on her woolly hat and enjoyed the ride and the song for a little while before they took off again. At the mine, she lit a lantern and went in. It was dark in there, but she was sure she could make a cozy home for Elif. She came to the place where an old wooden cage stood, and she shuddered. This was the cage Bew had held them captive last Christmas. She determinedly pulled out a little axe and chopped the cage in pieces and stacked them neatly against the wall. Elif could use the wood for a nice cozy fire, she smiled to herself, making happy new memories in this place. She took a broom and swiped the floor and found her old kid's table and chair. They would do nicely for a little elf, along with a woven basket with some blankets, rugs, and pillows. She pulled out some Christmas ornaments and hung them on the wall. It started to look nice and much cozier than before. She had a whole bunch of Christmas ornaments left and went out with the little axe. She found a perfect little Christmas tree, cut it down and placed it in what was going to be Elif's living room. She had dug a hole and placed the tree in the middle of the room. Very pleased with herself, she decorated the tree. "Now we're getting somewhere," she said to herself. Finally, she hung some pictures she had made herself on the walls and was so excited to show Elif his new home. She wondered where he was now, and if he had managed to return all the stolen things to their rightful owners. On the way back from the mine, she also wondered if all the sizzle-fizzles were back to slumber in the troll's fur, and if they had to go all the way in the darkness from the portal like she'd done with Hazel in the snow. She didn't have to worry about that at all. When Bumble and Olina came through the portal that night to the troll realm, they were met by a beautiful sight. The trolls stood 2 and 2 in rows, lighting up the way to the troll hills. Marabella and Bew were greeting them with huge troll hugs and smiles. "Welcome, honored friends. We will make sure your trip to Troll Hill is easy and fun." Olina looked at Bumble, who just shrugged with a big smile as well. Then Bew picked Olina up and placed her on what looked like a big sheet. 2 trolls picked her up in the sheet, holding 2 corners each. Then they began to rock from side to side. Olina had no idea what was about to happen, and suddenly the trolls flung her in the air for the next pair of trolls to catch her in another sheet. At first she was terrified. Then she began to enjoy it, and in the end she didn't want to stop. It was so much fun. It tickled in her tummy, and she laughed and laughed as the giant trolls carefully tossed and catched her with ease and grace. She'd never tried anything like it, and when she finally reached the troll hills, she felt it was over way too quickly. Chew, the little troll, waited for them at the entrance of the troll hills. They had become good friends while Olina was there, and once more she got a big warm hug. "Welcome, Olina. I see you enjoyed the trip here. We agreed to give you a special welcome to show our gratitude." "Thank you so much, Chew. I have something for you too. And thank you for inviting me to your special ceremony. I hope they're still intact. It's coconut and lemon biscuits. We made them this afternoon, so they're quite fresh." "Thank you. I look forward to trying them. But come now, we're about to begin the ceremony. Bumble and Hazel can show you the ceremony room. I must go and get ready." Chew disappeared in a hurry, and Bumble came along with Hazel to join Olina. "That was fun, wasn't it, Olina? I could hear you all the way up here." "Yes, so much fun. What a surprise that was. I look forward to the ceremony as well. I bet it's pretty special." "Yes, we are lucky to have been invited to such a rare occasion, Olina. Here we are, the ceremony room.